Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I'm just looking in my monitor. I didn't shave for this video. I'm sorry. Well, start your own music, because this is going to be a QuinBoxed. I've been really out of the game of making videos, trying to get into it again, and I have to admit, I made a mistake. I failed you guys. Well, unless you were in the last live stream, because there I tore open this package, and in there was a new the RJ45 Ethernet cable, whatever you want to call it, crimper. And this one has, well, I really like that it has these colored the patterns you need to crimp on there. But the reason I got it is because it has a blade here which automatically cuts off the wires, and then you can get these wire plugs with them, and you probably won't be able to, you can see that have holes in the end so that you can actually push all the little tiny wires through in the right order, and then you can always crimp it at the perfect length. Now I got multiple of these plugs. This is for CAT6, and these are slightly different. They're for CAT5. As you can see, those don't have the staggered holes, but have a straight line. And then, well, I didn't open this one because I didn't need it. These are for CAT7 because they're shielded and thicker and things like that. And we used these in the video where we tested these little differential LED extender board prototypes recently. So if you want to view that live stream and see this crimper in action, we crimped a few connections with it, and it was fine. Some other stuff I also got with it were these thulies. I don't know how to call that in English. Maybe that is English. I don't actually know. But they are basically these wire end. Oh no. Okay, in a bunch of different colors, and you crimp those on your connector while you're crimping it, and then well, you have a little strain relief because this is flexible, and you can differentiate the colors depending on what type of cable or what the purpose for that cable is or whatever. So this is a QuinBoxed unique first, I guess, where I've actually already used the product, and so far, if you're looking to do some hobbyist grade cable thingies, it's fine. The cutting tool worked fine, and we were able to crimp our cables just fine, and they worked. And you even get some extra blades in the box. So as far as having crimped 2 connectors with it, it's been good. So if that's a recommendation, I don't know, I guess. I don't know. It didn't fail, and it worked fine, and it cut off the little wires as I hoped. So the whole pass-through method of crimping RJ45 UTP Ethernet cables, whatever, I like it because it makes it easier to do. So, hey. Now back to our regular QuinBoxed. And this package has been luring at me because I know what's in here. So let's take a quick look at that. These should be some very high power, very high accuracy LED strips. Yes. What else could they be? Let's start with LED strips today. Trying to get my back situated here. Oh wow, they double packed it. Huh. So these are from Auxmer, and over the years they have, without a doubt, become my favorite analog or dumb PWM LED strip vendor. And I mainly use them for white LED strip. So for instance, here we have the first one. This is 2835, that's the package, but it's CRI 95, so that's really, really high quality LED strip. Basically what is also lighting me here in my studio. And it's 240 LEDs a meter with 38.4 watts per meter. and it's 5 meter of that stuff. So that's going to use a huge amount of power. It's 24 volt, of course. Yeah, that's going to be insane. That's if you think the surface of the sun isn't bright enough, well, you buy this stuff. And to boot, it is very, very high quality LED strip. So it produces absolutely perfect whites in regards to spectrum and things like that. The second one is also 240 LEDs a meter, but it's warm white and neutral white. So where this one was 4000 Kelvin, so that's not warm white, it's also not cool white, a little bit in between. That's what I like using for the studio lights and things like that. This one has 2400 Kelvin LEDs and 5500 Kelvin LEDs. It's 19.2 watts a meter. And here we have another one. And it's basically the same thing, warm white, neutral white, 2400 to 5500, 240 LEDs a meter. But this one is again 38.4 watts per meter, which is a lot. It's a lot of light. And this one is 19.2 watts a meter. And so in theory, they're basically the same, but they just use some different resistors. And all of these, well, this one is CRI 95. Seems I selected CRI 90 here. Not sure about that, but we'll see. And, well, they have them nicely grouped together, as you can see here. But this isn't a LED strip review video. I always like that they make a very nice cable on these. The whole strip construction is nice. I'm not sure you can see very well, but even just the strip material itself, it's much, much thicker than you're used to from your generic LED strip, which helps greatly with cooling, but especially also with, well, transferring that insane amount of power here. So, yeah. Cool. We'll test those. And these are, of course, to also help me test my analog boards I'm working on. They're coming along. They're not done yet. They're currently in pre-production testing with some, Quinology people who are testing them for me. And that's going to be great. So, being worked on, hopefully released sometime soon. Now, I think I know what's in this one too. Oh God, it's heavily packed. You know, there's just a few things that keep coming back on QuinBoxed. And I'm starting to think I might be addicted to them. One is LEDs. That's no surprise, is it? The second one is cable, right? And tape. I don't even know if there's tape in this one. I just have my box here. Oh, it's heavy. And I have no idea if there's tape in there. So this is some silicone cable, and it's 18 gauge, 100 meter, and 20 meter. And this is actually for the Quinergy project, because in the last battery I noticed that the battery leads, for the balancing leads for the battery, or the BMS leads, I guess you'd call them, they were a bit short, and I've been thinking of a way how I can do that differently inside of the battery. And, well, I need a lot of cable for that. So I got some 18 gauge in red and some 18 gauge in black, and 100 meters and 20 meters of all silicone cable, because you know how I am like that. That's quite noisy. And, well, we'll be using those in the second version of the battery I'll build. Okay, so those were the packages. I knew what was in there. After this, your guess is as good as mine. Well, that's not true, because I bought it, but, you know. I should really get a sponsor for QuinBoxed, I just thought of. I buy all this stuff myself, just so you know. What's in here? Might be a tool of some sort. I really don't know. Okay, this is going to be scissor time. I think it's a tool. Still don't actually know. What is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a tool. Oh, I know what it is. It'll come in handy when deploying more LED strips. Of course. This is a tool which should be, well, I was hoping you could easily use while soldering. Because you can, no? How does this work? Okay, you can open it up like this. And I believe, does this come off? Yes. So there's a little, a spring clip here. And I believe the idea is that you can put a wire in here and a wire in here. And if you want to join them, oh, it ratchets, ratchets, whatever. If you want to join them, you can then join them and they'll be held together and then you can solder them. I'll need some practice with that first. Okay, let's do a tiny one, right? Oh, well, that's certainly tiny. Oh, right, I remember these. Okay. So on the newer analog boards and probably also boards in the future, I am putting JST SM 1mm connectors, and that's not going to tell you much, but those are basically Stemma QT from Adafruit or Quick connectors from SparkFun. And, well, there are these connectors, and I thought, okay, let's get some jumper cables pre-made, because I have some cables, but without the Dupont thingies, or Dupont connectors, and that'll make it easier to hook up I2C sensors and things like that. So, yeah, I can crimp cables, but this stuff's really tiny, so I just buy some pigtails from Aliexpress. Let's do another tiny one, and then move on to a bigger one again. I think these are actually almost in order that they came in, but then in reverse, so I'm getting the newest stuff first, and then the older stuff that's been there for like a month again or so. So, oh, right. Oh, well, that's actually a good demonstration. This is a little sensor board from AliExpress. So this has an SHT40 or 41, either one, and they're a temperature and humidity sensor. That's the one right there in the middle, that tiny, tiny, tiny little bugger. And, well, as I just told you about those connectors, you'd have one of these connectors on one of my analog boards, for instance, and on this board. And what you do is you put it the right way up. Just plug it in like this. You plug on this side, which then would have the same connector, into my board. And then you have connected a temperature sensor over I2C. That's the idea. Yeah, cool. So I got some, sample boards so I can show you guys once those boards are available. Of course, want to make videos about that, showing you how you can use that and which sensors you can buy and then how to do that. And this is all so you can basically expand the board without having to solder or wire things up manually. You can just connect one or a few of those actually to expand the board to do different things. Okay, well, we already opened something like this today because I know what's in here. It's basically the same as the other package with cable, but then much bigger. Yes. This is not going in my trash bag. There. What gauge is this? 10 gauge. Yes, I like using 10 gauge to hook up my boards, but I didn't know that they wouldn't be 2-wire cable. I'll have to check the listing for that. See what I intended to use it for. Right. Can we have the Holy Grail? Is it the Holy Trinity today? Yes, it is. We first had LED strip, then we had a bunch of silicone cable, and now we have tape. Right, I was doing a project and I used up a lot of my double-sided sticky tape. More double-sided sticky tape. This one's actually very nicely packed. So this is 10 centimeter or 10 millimeter and 20 millimeter, right? Well, I can almost guess what's in here. Can you guess what's in here? Oh, well, it's actually open. Oh, okay. It's more cable. Uh-oh. Why is this all separate cable? I can't imagine I ordered this all meaning for it to be separate cable instead of 2-wire cable. I will have to pay careful attention to which vendor that was and not recommend him. If you want 2-wire cable that's attached together, of course. Because this is all separated. That was likely not my intention. Damn it. That sucks. Well, this is 16 gauge, 14 gauge, 12 gauge, and 18 gauge. Yeah. I remember ordering these because I wanted to replenish my stock. And the first one we looked at with the 100 meter red one, that was intended to be separate. These certainly were not. I'll list it in the video description, but then I'll link another vendor of which I'm sure will send you 2-wire cable also. Because, well, generally we want 2 wires attached together. Damn it. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with that cable. Oh well. Let's continue. Right. I think I know what's in here. Yes. Bison denim. Well, I don't know about that. But it's a belt, right? I needed a new belt. And I was browsing on Aliexpress. And of course, they have everything. So it's like, I have one of these ratcheting style type belts already. And let's see how this one works. Yeah, you just basically push it in. Oh, yeah, and here it clicks. So then, you know, it's locked. And it has this button here, and then you can pull it out again. And that makes it so you can... Oh, it locks on these? Seems less sturdy than the other variant I have. But then you can very finely adjust the belt to the way you like to have it. Like that, right? So, don't know the quality of this one yet. It says genuine leather and things like that. Don't know about the authenticity of that either. Made in China. 100% leather, bison denim. Well, it has a cool logo thingy, and it says it's split leather and black, and... I think I paid less. Okay. Is this going to be the QuinBoxed of disappointment? I don't know. What's in here? I think I ordered these because I ran out of iPhone cables. I generally give cables away because I buy so many. Now it's the quadfecta of thingies. Because now we also have phone charger cables. But yeah, iPhone or Lightning style compatible charging cables. Hopefully Apple stops using that connector soon, and then we'll never have to buy them again. You can just use USB-C like the rest of the world. And I'll find you in the comments there. I said find, not fight. Find. Right. But I can always bring, if the discussion gets too heated, the hammer. What kind of funky colors is this? Oh, right. I needed a hammer that wouldn't do too much damage. You know, sometimes you have to join some panels together or some other stuff. You're not hammering in a nail. So this has two rubber sides. So it's, you know, it's not as hard as cold metal, basically. And that'll probably do nicely. Oh, that's a heavy boy. What's in here? come on. There. Oh, no. Oh, more lugs for the Quinergy project. So, I'm kind of figuring this out as I go on the Quinergy project. And some lugs I used that I liked and probably needed more of, I ordered some more of. So, I can already see some what is it? SC50 for 50mm cable, which I have a lot of, with an 8mm hole, or an M8 hole actually. Yeah, good. The Quinergy project's been kind of on hold because I had some vacation and then I got back into the design work things and so much stuff going on. But I'll finish it at some point. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's open it here, I guess. Nope. Wow. Okay. Can I just pull these out? I can, yes. Oh, right. Yes. Good. These are some inductors, but they're special. Special inductors. Because these are double coil or dual winded or whatever you want to call them inductors. And these are 33 microhenry. But as you can see here, they have double the amount of normal contacts. So they're double winded or whatever you want to call it. Good. Very nice, very nice. And which values did I get? Yeah, okay. It's probably not that interesting for the generic public, but you know, as I'm prototyping and normally I buy my electronics in other places, but sometimes I buy them also from Aliexpress. Oh, what's this? That's it. Okay. What is these? Oh, it's an S3 Mini. I probably wanted to test these on the dig boards to see if, you know, you could mount an S3, ESP32 S3 on there instead of a normal ESP32. Now, for driving LEDs, there is still no better ESP32 chip than the vanilla generic ESP32 in amounts of LEDs they can drive and support for things like Ethernet and IceCard S and things like that. So, but you know, it's fun to test sometimes. I'm glad I checked. There's another thingy in there. Oh, there's multiple thingies in there. Okay. These are computer addressable RGB style connectors. And I might want to do a project with that in the future. We already looked at fans and other stuff earlier this year. So this is kind of to prepare for that so that I have the right type of connector and things like that. Right? Okay, small packages and then we're going back to big one and bigger ones. Oh, okay. To rework the Quinergy project Victron Links distributors, or power-ins, I guess, I don't know. To basically convert them, you need a certain plug, and I wasn't sure I got the right one the first time, so I looked it up, and then I ordered more. That's these. Okay, bigger package. Oh, actually needed these just a minute ago. I was cleaning up my desk, and I needed some Velcro, and I couldn't find it because the rolls I've been using for the past few years, most of them are near their end, and I don't know, I probably misplaced them. So this is actually one of those AliExpress specials, buy 3 things, get a big discount. So I got 3 things. These are for in your electric cordless drill, and they're basically stalks you can put in there, and then you can put your bit in here, right? So in 3 different lengths. Cool. Then, staying in that line, I generally have a very nice kit from Xiaomi with a screwdriver and things like that. It kind of looks like this, except this one's plastic. The other one's metal. And how's it come out? Oh, okay. The other one has a nice springy mechanism and things like that. Oh yeah, dude, this is definitely cheap ass shit. Oh wow. Is even this thing plastic? Wow. Wow. This thing is fully made out of plastic. That's not going to last long. Wow. Well, there is a magnet in there. It's probably the only metal. Holy shit. If it would have been any cheaper, it would have been 3D printed. Probably 3D printing it would have been more expensive. Wow, that's cheap. I don't know, man. If you need like the cheapest bit set you could probably find on AliExpress. Wow. Wow, that sucks. So, I don't know how much I paid for this, like $2 or $3. If you need an emergency set you want to put somewhere and never think about using it again, this might be it. Otherwise, get the nice one I linked in the description. It's a lot more expensive, but it's a lot nicer. Wow, that's crap. Holy shit. Okay, well, the last thing I got for my triple order is some Velcro. These are standard length, and they have a fabric-y side and a non-fabric-y side, but I like that they have the little loops, because then you can pull this through for your, I often use it with cables and things like that. Pull it through, hook and loop it like that, and, well, then it's neat and tight. These are, they're not the thickest, but they're decent quality, feels like. And I got some colored one, because sometimes your life just needs more color. I don't know, man. Okay. We're starting to get there. There's still 7, 8 packages left, something like that. Wow, that's a coincidence. I know I ordered these, but sometimes you don't want Velcro, you want zip ties. So I misgrabbed some zip ties and I was like, nope, not happening again. So I got some more zip ties, and I got an assortment pack here. 3 times 100 millimeter, 3 times 200 millimeters, or 3 millimeter wide and then 150, 4 millimeter wide and 5 millimeter wide and 300 long. So yeah, assortment pack of zip ties and 100 pieces each. Cool. I think there's more zip ties in the bag, or in my box. Well, let's put that here. But then only small ones, because I use a lot of those in the QuinEnergy project. Right? No clue what's in here, but let's cut it. What? How does this work? Okay. This is not the way to open packages. Ah, well, speak of the devil, more small zip ties, but this time in white. Is that all of them? Oh yeah, it's just 8. Yep, cool. Okay, let's move on quickly. Don't want to make this a mega, but we've already been going 28 minutes. Oh no. It's probably going to be a mega. Well, it's been a while, so I guess we should, or we could. Okay. What are these? Oh, right. I needed some USB extension cables. I didn't know what length I needed, so I got 1.5 meters, 1 meter, and 0.5. Yep. No clue. I'm going to say that a lot more because I really don't know what's in there. It's been too long. Wow, this is some grungy packaging. Yes, it's a white box. I seem not to have a lot of patience today because I'm just digging into all the packaging material. Wow, that cuts like nothing I've ever seen really bad. There. Be gone. Even that doesn't tell me what this is. Is that a date code? Oh, no. Okay. It's still a mystery. What? What is this? Oh. I remember. Wow. 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 This is a nice packaging here. Although I bought a really nice new microscope recently, I'll probably do a video about that sometime soon, I also wanted something easier to use, and so this is a magnifier. Oh, there's batteries? Okay, well, let's, okay. So, yeah, I guess that works. I mean, makes it a lot bigger. So there's batteries that can go in there, and you actually get them with it. So, oh, a nice latching key there. Wow, wow, these are thin. What? Maybe I'm used to CR30s then or something. Okay. How does that work? Like that? Okay. Now how do you turn it on? Maybe I should look at the instructions. Okay. You turn it on by pressing on it, which it's not working. Battery's stuck. Do they both need to go in there? Oh, yeah, they both need to go in there. Oh, okay. Well, why just give me a larger battery? Okay. So now it has light. Okay. Oh, that works. Caution. Do not recharge or dispose of batteries in fire. Well, that's a very smart thing to say. Yes. And well, this is basically the idea, and well, my idea is if we have a PCB, let's get a PCB, this PCB, maybe I can put it under, yeah, maybe this wasn't such a good idea, do I, oh, no, it's all stuck, okay, I don't know, sometimes you buy stuff and it's not as you think it is, like this giant pile of cable over there, I'll find a use for it at some point. Is what any hoarder ever said. I don't know, man. I recently actually cleared up a lot of stuff. So, there's that. Oh, okay. Well, this is a new color. It's green. Oh, there's orange inside. Of course there is. Okay. Oh, it's shifting. It's shifting from side to side. Everything's so well packed today. Oh, okay. Well, it's good they well packed this one because we can see it through the window. It's a Meanwell UHP-200-5. So that's a 200 watt passive power supply, passively cooled. Yeah, 5 volt, 40 amps. It's It's really tiny in that regard. Little power supply here. AC in, DC out. I really like that it's on the opposite sides. And it's partially or fully potted, so it shouldn't make any noise. It has an active PFC, which makes it very efficient. And yeah, if you're buying a Meanwell power supply, the UHP line is where it's at. I really like these. I have some UHP 350s on my desk, or 500s. You also have the 350 series. They're really, really nice. So I tend to gravitate towards those if I'm doing a certain project. Okay, let's see if I can rip this open. I can't. Oh! Remember what I often say, if I buy one, I buy two. Well, here we go again. Bison denim. But this is genuine leather double layer. It's also $25. Oh yeah, this is a different style. Oh, okay. So this is more of a, where's the other one? Dig it out. The other one was a brownish, or also black on the other outside, but on the inside it was more brownish, and it was a smooth surface. And this is more of a leather textured surface, and it's fully black on the in and the outside. It's basically the same mechanism with a different little pattern on there. Yeah, I like it. They stink like their leather. So if it's cheap fake leather, at least they fake the smell too. What? What's going on here? There's a lot of 3M there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay. They just chucked it in there. Well, I think I know what these are. These are supposed to be sticky pads, because sometimes double-sided tape and other things aren't going to cut it. Oh man, this is a giant mess. So I don't know why they just chucked them in there, but they did. But I got some different variants. These are some round pads. These are some square pads of double-sided sticky tape. They look like 3M VHB original TM. You never know. But even the clones I get, especially those that say that they are this type of stuff, they work really well for me, so wouldn't be mad if they were clones. Oh, these are smaller round pads, right? And then these are likely smaller square pads. Yep. Cool. Nice. I'll have to put those in a nice little box and sort those out. For now, they go over there. But yeah, those should be good to stick down real stuff. Not just, you know, LED strip and things like that. Oh, right. I played with the idea of connecting my microscope to my, you know, my setup over here. And I needed a ring for that that I could attach. And that's this guy. So I can put this through the board. If it's long enough, or otherwise I have to get a longer screw. That's okay. And screw it into the board like that. And then the microscope can go into here and, you know, suspend it like that. But I also got to stand with it, and I'm glad I did, because you still need to focus it a little bit, and this guy would be too high up. I thought it would work out, it won't. So, yeah, it's basically a microscope holder that I'm not going to use. Maybe I'll use it for something else at some point. Yeah, we definitely went over that half-hour limit for calling it a mega or not. Let's see, this is more of that PC ARGB header stuff. So they're connecting pins and headers themselves and things like that. Okay, 3 packages left. And I don't have an epic end package, because sometimes I know what's in there and then I save it, but not this time. Oh yeah, heat shrink. I used some of it already on the QuinBoxed project and also some LED projects I was doing. And I needed the blue one in a bigger size and, well, more of the other types I was using. And I liked them, so I bought more of them. Ooh. That's tiny. Oh, more headers. Okay, well, this is going to be a boring end. What will be in the last package? Do you know? Well, probably not. Do I know? Oh, it's very light. This is going to be so non-epic. Well, let's see. Oh. Interesting. Well, this has been in here for months. While I was designing my own differential solution, I thought, hey, let's buy some of those cheap-ass boards from the Chinas to see how they did it. And actually, it turns out these will likely be too slow to be able to use anyway. But these are some normal single-ended connection to... Oh, no, actually they're not. I thought I was going to say RS485, so basically the same thing as my boards do over here. Of course, those have a lot of extra functionality. But these are CAN bus boards. So CAN high, CAN low. And then we have VCC, TX, RX, and ground. So they're not RS485, they're CAN bus converters. Interesting. Okay, well, I might still use those then. Don't know what I bought those for. Probably something to do with the QuinBoxed project, but we'll have to see in the future. But yeah, no epic end package, and it's really empty. I mean, right? Those were all the packages I have right now. Some of it I was waiting for, like the LED strips and some other small parts. Others, you know, I order so much stuff. But yeah, the thing we started with, this crimper, I think for the money, it's actually pretty decent. And get the plugs from the same company with them, so you can feed through the little wires. And then it worked really easy. It worked really well. Much better than the old method. So, yeah. That's going to be it for this QuinBoxed. Thanks for watching. I think I'll pivot back to making some videos in the coming weeks. So maybe a bit less live streams and more videos, although I do really enjoy doing the live streams, and they're easy to do while I'm designing stuff. So who knows what will happen. We're going to see. You're going to see. I'm going to see. Well, I'm going to partially control it, but you know, I'll see whatever it ends up being, right? Catch you next time.